Hey, what's up everybody? It's a medical equipment teardown. We got a dentist instrument. This is the part that you connect your different tools here, like drills. And this comes like modules, like 5 together. And these are valves and different control circuits. This will be quite interesting. We got a bunch of valves in there. We got a connector and some holes for different fluids like air, vacuum, water, etc. So you can connect how many of these you want, or not how many, but like 5 or 6 of these together. These are the terminals, and they're connected to, or like this in the next module. And we got 2 knobs here, like controlling airflow or water. For example, some of the drills goes by air. There are a little air turbine in them, and you use water for like flushing out stuff, and for cooling if you have a drill. So how to activate this unit? If you pick your tool up, you can hear that. It's a little micro switch, and that will actually tell that this tool is in use and turn on this module. It's supposed to be some information here, but there is nothing. No number, no type, date. We got a date up here, like PM 2002. EC module, but there's nothing here. So maybe it was on the main unit. And these ICs are just a bunch of CMOS logics. So here you can see we got 4 valves. We got this one here that's pretty large, and this 3 looks similar. This is maybe the air. The air comes in here through this valve and up to this T connection here. This one goes to this nozzle for the tools. And the other one, this blue one, just goes around here and returns to this hole here through a little like valve looking thing on the bottom here. You will see it in a minute. I just removed some screws that holds this plate together, and it's pretty stuck. I don't want to break anything. Not yet. So yes, let's remove some of these pipes from the way. Oh yes, now I see what it is. 4 transistors. So I had used this plate as a heatsink. There's some regulators or power transistors in there. Yes, here we go. Here we got 1 valve. Put it over here instead. And yes, this is a pretty interesting thing here. Return out, return in, drive in. And here is another thing here. So yes, I think this was the fault. It's a little nut here that's supposed to hold this thing in like this. So this will work as a spring that pulls this thing back. Here you can see the nut here. It's supposed to go inside this one. It's kind of cracked. There's a screw here for the micro switch. So this is cracked, and I think that's why they have thrown this thing away. They didn't want to make that part in metal because they want something to fail, of course, so they can sell their products. Yes, this is this thing here. Oh shit! So before we go further in, I want you to see this here. This is the return out. It doesn't got any crimp here. This one got one of these crimping things on it to keep it tight and sealed. But the return don't have any. That's hopefully the return air. And here we're supposed to have some water or vacuum or something. Definitely one of these are water. Maybe this one in the middle is vacuum, because it's not even connected anywhere. it has this plug on it. So yes, you just pull out that, and this is the connector. So yes, now most of the thing is cracked open. There's this part here. I cut the tubes off. You can see this plug. And the valves and the circuit board as well. So 3 valves, 24 volts. Still a lot of wire attached to them. So let's now remove the circuit board. We'll have a look on it later. And here we have all the parts, the valves. So yes, now I can see these two are, this is a like low pressure air. This was the high pressure air for the turbine for the drill. And we can see here, the air is here. This is a blue line that goes to this valve here. This is the red pipe tube that goes directly to this connector. We got 2 thin wires, these 2, that goes to this connector as well. So here you can see this got 4 tubes that goes in there. It is like return air, and one of these is air that goes in, and one must be the water and stuff like that. I can adjust the water pressure or water flow. Yes, you can see a little better look on these controllers. They're like potentiometers, but for fluids. So here we've got the connector cable. It looks like this in there. And yes, these are 4 tubes and 2 wires. You can see on the valves here, these are joined together. This was the air valves for a slow flow air. This was a high pressure air. If there's any air remained there, this is for controlling the pressure, maybe. This was for the water. Let's have a closer look on the circuit board. So on the circuit board there's not so much on it. With the regulator here, a transistor or a MOSFET, 10 volt AC plus 13 volts, ground plus 33 volts DC, that's a lot, and some control wires here, and one here. Some shipped. These 2 were going into this control wire, or not control wire, this nozzle. These 2 thin wires were connected here. Eventually that goes to a switch that turns this unit on. The micro switch was here. These are 2 terminals for the valves, and the large valve were connected here. And on the back side was these logic gates, CMOS gates. Got 2 trimmers, 2 LEDs. So yes, and now you know what they will drill your teeth next time you are at the dentist. Thanks for watching, and be careful with this one. Oh, damn it.